Peace. Part 2 of the video with my man Jason Sensation. Jason, I want to jump right into this because I seen a documentary called Microphone Check by Tariq something Nasheed or whatever though. Basically, this gentleman was on point with everything when it came to the MC, but when he came to the break-in, the way that he worded it, it was like we don't do that anymore. That's something that we moved on. You know, other cultures have embraced it. We're the creators, and then we moved on with it. You know, and then Lord Jamar, he touched on it, and I just want to get from your point of view, being melanated. I like that term better. Melanated people. You know, how do you feel about the topic of that? Us as black people, like we don't do that anymore.
This is a topic that me and the inner circle of people talk about because we still are practitioners of this. And when you hear individuals that have taken hip hop and made a beautiful platform for themselves, downplay the avenue that we call hip hop, and then side streets that we call graffiti, breaking, MC, and DJing, and the knowledge of it, and they saying that we don't do this anymore, that is even, like, why do people still break? It's sad, not that they say it, but that the majority believe it. And that when you see individuals that do these smash and grabs and they look like you, or when you see them do things that is cliche, like I'm gonna go ahead and, like, it blows my mind that it's 2025 and you got people still talking about, yo, I come from the streets and this, and you know, and you like, breaking, people still do it to the level that is melanated, but we don't embrace our own. And we never embraced our own. So I want all the breakers, all the people who practice that have melanated skin, don't think too heavy about that. Look at those that are in that position talking and downplaying. I saw that clip. I was heated. I sent that clip to everybody. He was like, yo, they start doing the WAP and other things. People don't break no more. Why are they still doing this? It's the Asians. You know? And then you look at yourself and be like, I'm not feeling very validated right now. And it's kind of hard to point the fingers on who to blame here. But all I can say is, if we truly felt the way, we're powerful together than divided. And if we happen to come together and not theoretically make it about race, because we're all one race, but we have to, you know, look at the complexion that we are and know that people died for us to have this ability of bridging the gap with other cultures and other ethnicities. So I say in short that I do feel he has a point, far from being right, but we have the ability to transition that knowledge of ignorance to say that we still do this and find a way to kind of bring it back, but with a business trajectory. Find avenues of music and then find our own lane. Create businesses to where we correlate the opportunities of breaking. And don't just teach dancing, teach other business avenues, but still use the foundation of what that can do, of cardio, of good, you know, of good eating, good ethics, and say that.
And spirituality.
Oh, let me touch on that just for a split. There's my brother Cyber Yoga, aka Tails, doing it to the highest degree of spirituality. And the music and just being one with the earth. And I recommend, find your nearest breaking circle and just, you don't have to touch it. You don't have to go in it. Just feel that aura and find the many different faces of people coming together through this dance. So for us as melanated individuals that are still practitioners, we have a duty not to let anybody else tell your testimony. Practice, perfect it to the degree, and let people know I still do this. Don't let other people run off and tell you that black people don't do this. Black people do everything. I just saw a clip of a brother. Yo, I saw a clip of this brother that won the X Games, or he's a snowboarder, a brother. Oh, he killed it. I saw a brother that was playing hockey, killed it. This complexion does everything, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Black History Month doesn't go to February. It goes until the day you die. And with that lifestyle, it sucks that people in hip-hop talk bad about this version of it. No, right. We do everything.
I just want to add to that. I feel personally for myself, because of the term that I've been told that I was black, I feel like with that being like handed to me, I always felt like anything I touched, I felt like I came from a cloth in the background that was like filled with vibranium. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
Like literally everything that I wanted to do. I remember the first time I seen a skateboard. I wanted to ride a skateboard. You know what they told me?
What's that?
Black people don't skate.
No.
You know what I did? I went to the surf shop and I asked my dad if he can give me a board. I got a board within 6 months, or I want to say 6 months or a year. The same people that told me I couldn't skate, I made them all retire.
Listen.
I made them all retire, bro.
Listen. Kareem Campbell and Stevie Williams, two of the baddest brothers that touched the skateboard.
Steve Statham too, first professional black skateboarder.
Oh,
Pal Peralta.
See, you putting me on. Dang.
This mad brother. You got Javante Turner, World Industries. You got
What? That's him?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Bro, like there's nothing that we can't do. The reason why there's nothing that we can't do, because the human mind is infinite. The human mind is not black. It's not white. It's a mind. You know what I'm saying? The human mind is infinite. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve.
Oh man, that's beautiful. And okay, let's piggyback off of that. Black people have been told to think less than themselves.
All the time.
That basketball, music, or what else? That's pretty much it. Get into sports or music is the only opportunity we have. But it's powerful that we are part of history. Not just black history, but history. And we let people know that just because you were born a certain way doesn't mean you have to fall into that stereotype. And don't read into those that are in beautiful, beautiful, powerful positions telling your story.
Right.
That your mind can take you places. Yeah.
There was a kid, I forgot his name. I seen an article maybe about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
A little young black kid must have been like at least 12. His IQ was higher than Einstein. The greatest minds of all time. EMC equals. You got a little black kid. He's getting like tons of mail from top universities. His IQ is higher than Einstein.
I remember that. He was on all the talk shows, and then I don't know what happened to him.
Exactly.
They exploited him to the power that they could, and then what happened?
Mm-hmm.
That's for me to do knowledge show too. And
right.
Yeah.
There's so many people, man, that the first millionaire that ever made $1 million in this country, woman, Madam C.J. Walker. First millionaire woman in the United States, period, was Madam C.J. Walker.
You don't talk about it enough.
And it keeps going. The first brain surgeon, the person invented the GPS. The person who invented the GPS is a black woman.
I heard about that. And it goes beyond what they teach in school. Because they're learning right now. The cotton gin and peanut butter and all the cliche stuff. But people are... I just saw a clip today. This young lady invented a machine that can kill off the COVID virus, and it was another virus. It's a little young girl. I saved it.
Oh, really?
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Young little... I don't want to say it's so cliche, but a young little black girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a degree into creating that. And I don't know her age, but she's not passing 18 yet. Possibly 15, maybe younger.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's just a beautiful thing what this complexion has achieved. Despite all the diversity, despite all the segregation, all the downplay that you are this, you are that. And most of us didn't get a network of people telling you, enlightening your mind. And there was a few that just gravitated towards the dance. And I want us to know you too can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Just apply yourself. Just believe in yourself.
So let me ask you, who are some of the artists that you like dancing to today? Or what music do you actually break to that inspires you to move?
You know what's wild? I don't gravitate towards the regular beats anymore. You know, I started listening to songs that come from people all over the world. Not just to dance to what they're cooking up in the lab, but just the vocabulary sense of it all. Mm-hmm. Because there's boom baps and everything. Sadly, our hip hop in 2025 has gotten diluted, and people are talking about like the beef more so than the music anymore. You got artists that we grew up on, still making songs, Nas, Rakim, but even they don't get the plays. You have to search for them. So songs, I just go back to the, what's back in the day craze. Anything that moves me. I try to dance to everything. When I saw Flowmaster, and I took one of his classes years ago, he let me know to be diverse. When I took another class from another choreographer, they told me to be diverse. That don't just be a statistic in breaking. So I learned to fuse a lot of styles together. So that comes with music too.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. We touched on the subject not first time when I called you the other day. Basically, we were talking about how like the monetization side of the culture, us as being melanated b-boys, why we don't really like focus on it or take that serious enough. Can you touch on that?
I find that to be one of those things when you grow up in a family, as most of us stereotypically do, and the trauma of all of it, to where we have to be something bigger, doctors, lawyers, the cliche of it all. That dancing just comes so natural that is something that we don't find a business or find as a longevity type of topic. That even your own will look at, oh, what are you still doing? Get on your head. What are you still doing? Nah, get up here and get this money, baby. Get this, we look at paid in full as the way to get out. And that the dance doesn't have that anymore. It once upon a time did, to where, and this is an era that comes before me, to where you heard individuals doing stuff across the country or another states. And you was like, I'm going to go get on a plane. I'm going to do that. Matter of fact, a lot of cats that I knew only bought one-way tickets and knew they had the ability to get back through dance. So it was beautiful to know that some of us still had that, and sadly a lot of people didn't. And I know that to be true because when I still dance, I hear people, oh, I used to do that back in the day. I didn't know y'all still did that. I didn't know we still do this. And you just don't have the opportunities. You don't see and I don't want to say exploitation of it, but you don't see the exploitation of melanated people supporting this. You see a lot of different styles in other countries still showing breaking in commercials or in films or in fashion or even in corporate worlds, to where you see them suit and tie and they do maybe a freeze. We don't have that. We have, and I'm not trying to clown, but I'm a clown. We have the sexy reds. We have the little any name. You know what I mean? We have people that to this day say, this is what I am and this is what you are. And we're too busy we're too busy pushing a beautiful boulder uphill. When at this time, 2025, it should have been smooth sailings for hip hop.
I heard somebody say this and I agree with them. They said basically hip hop is like a Lamborghini with the doors open.
Break that down a little further.
Like it's one of the most influential like cultures. It's like having a Lamborghini and somebody got the keys and the doors open and anybody can get in and take off with it.
Ah, got you.
Yes.
Got you.
And that's what I see. I see that with breaking. I see a lot of people like running with the commercial side of it, and they're just taking off with it. And a lot of the OGs though, like a lot of them is upset because they feel like they shouldn't have that position. But it's what you talked about earlier. Like they didn't look at it like from a professional point of view.
No. They looked at it from a street point of view.
It's street point of view.
And it sucked because when you happen, even I had to deal with that in my early stages, to where I started making noise on film. Not major noise, because breaking, how far can you truly make it in certain films if it wasn't dance off or step up? You know what I mean? But when I started doing entertainment to that level, they were like, you a commercial, you this and you that. You ain't real. You ain't going to battles. You ain't going to jams. And I was talking to another b-boy saying, why is that the only way? Why is that the only way to use this thing that we love to do and simply follow a script of battling? There's a lot of battles and a lot of known b-boys that you won't know due to the politics, due to the propaganda of he has a name, so we're going to put him to the next round. I did a battle to where my crew battled this other crew, and we both lost. Not lost the next round, we both didn't advance. And due to whatever they saw was on the roster, oh, we want this people to be here, we want this crew to go. How do two people that practice for this still lose.
Mm.
And you have a lot of politics in the world of breaking, and you tell yourself who's really at the helm of all of this. That's why you used to see all these days, yeah, they're beautiful, powerful, pro B-boys and B-girls, but they always advance. You never gave the opportunity for others to really see that they had a chance too. So you get discouraged. You got these mom and pop jams, and you know them, but when you saw the like basketball, you play at a young age, you know what the next level is. With breaking, it's so undetermined what the next level is because we don't have the foundation. That's why I love that the Olympics gave that opportunity, and it's not because of Reagan. It's not because of her. It's because the powers that be looked at it like, y'all messy in y'all own house. We can take over for you, and now they telling y'all our own story, but on a platform that none of us speak that language. And now everybody's pointing fingers to somebody else talking about, we glad it didn't go that far. Why? Because you can't compete? Nah. I used to tell kids before it actually aired, this was a beautiful way for you to transition, that you too could be up there, that you could go from the cardboard or your living room to get a gold medal, that all the opportunities could be there for you through this dance. And then look what happened to us. Look what happened to all of us, because we all took an L.
Yeah, that's pretty deep though, brother. I want to ask you personally, do you think that the love of breaking where it's at today, do you think that people would highly be involved if there was no prize money? Being honest?
Being honest.
Just doing it is because we love it, like me. Like I wake up and I'm not going to anything, and I don't have to go to anything all year, but I'm still active.
I believe the love is never going to fade. For those that really love the physical attributes that come with breaking, the top rock, the footwork, the power, the freeze of it all, you will never lose the love for that if you understand what that does for health, for the spirituality of it, for the conscious mind of it. It'll be better if people had lanes for you, like entertainment, or you got to add the money to it, say that you could continue to feed yourself. Better yet, the beautiful thing about the Olympics, for some of those that were competing, they had all the best of the best. They had physical therapists looking at their bodies, breaking it down like true athletes, saying, hey, get on this machine, let's check your heart, let's check your health. We had people getting the best of that. If we had that for everybody else, that you could see, much like CrossFit, much like any type of other physical ability type of curriculum, if breaking had outlets like that, yeah, I would see the love for this going so far. A lot of us are like, man, my knees, my elbows, they don't know what the hell's happening to us. But given the lay, say if you touch earth, if you're a practitioner, we can keep you active longer. If we have people really knowing the science behind the power of movement, yeah, I can see that going further. I can see people still doing it.
Okay. Is there anything that you might want to share, like anything that's on your mind that you was thinking like, man, I always wanted to talk about this?
Man, listen, I can talk your ear off, and I feel like we already running tape. But to talk on topics about breaking, man, I love what it has done for me. I love what I've done for a lot of people, and it is, and I hate to say this, it is kind of sad to see those that look like me, that come from urban backgrounds, that don't know 2 cents about this thing called hip hop. I was listening to Smurf, shout out to Smurf, and he said, we don't have, not a new generation that have all the elements. Most of us that did, we graphed, we radio, we had the elements instilled in us, and we respected what this was. We were all true hip hop historians where we knew what inspired us and where it came from, despite the knowledge being diluted because everybody want to say who was the first. But I truly believe that if we, whether you're black, white, Asian, purple, if you know that this dance is still in your heart, find the nearest place that is still keeping it active and maximize it. And if you don't have somebody, make it yourself. It's not that difficult. Just have people that support you, fund it, and then say, you know what, I am going to dance. And if I got to whip out the cardboard to do it again, I'll do it. And like those. Each one teach one. Keep this going. Don't let somebody that don't know you tell your testimony. Break It is forever, with and without the music.
That's so true. Dang, I think we pretty much we nailed it all. 2-part video, and I just, like I said, I wanted to highlight you and just kind of just hear like your story though, man, because like brothers like yourself though, like it's like we always exist.
Yep.
But it's like I notice in the b-boy community today, I think probably because it's so all about like the contest. People kind of like, to me, I think they kind of washed away the brotherhood part of it. Because to me, a b-boy stands for brotherhood.
Yep.
Brotherhood meaning like, if I got a sandwich and me and you go to Wendy's right now, though, bro, I'm buying you a sandwich and you getting me a sandwich. Man. That's how I always looked at breaking I never looked at it as anything being selfish. That's the reason why I've been promoting b-boys for the last 30 years on the internet over me.
Man, you are very much for the community and bridging gaps and telling people this is a collective of family, and I commend you heavy on that. And yeah, Break It is a sisterhood and a brotherhood. And find yourself doing this solo. You don't feel it, but let somebody watch you and be like, I like what you did. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You feel that bond, much like any sport, much like any family reunion, much like anything. It takes a group to feel that, and that's what it used to be. Where you used to be like, I'm gonna go to the club with my family and we gonna do this in front of everybody and y'all high five. I miss those days. I miss what that was. And I don't see that amongst the community.
Right. That's true though. Let me ask you now. Something just clicked in my mind right now because we didn't touch on this, and I know that she's gonna see this though. In your mind, in your top 3 or 2, because it's very limited, who would you say that was melanated, which is a black girl, that was a B girl that you seen that you said, you know what? Like, this girl's been putting it down for a while. Like, she's just dope.
You say, she gonna see it? Who's she?
Maka.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that. Listen, and the funny thing about her style.
Shouts out to Maka. I know you're gonna see this because I'm gonna tag you.
The thing about her is that when the Olympics happened, people were saying, "Where was she?"
Oh, okay.
And I don't know the politics of any of that, and it isn't the fact that we wanted her to win. We just wanted to see again that reputation. The thing I hated the most about the Olympics. And I hate to say hate, because I don't like that in my vocabulary, but it's the fact that when it was such a big platform that Breaking got put on, people gravitated towards it to then feel frustrated that there wasn't a reputation of them in it. But then when they turned that TV off, they didn't go to the nearest place. They didn't fund it. They didn't find a way to find out who was still breaking that was black. And then feel surprised that when they found the black B-boy, B-girl doing it. And it sucked. It sucked so much because it's like we've been here 20 plus years, 30 plus years, 40 plus years for certain people. There's B-boy battles 40 plus now. And there's a lot of people saying, man, who thought it could go this far? Everybody. Look at Common. Common, the rapper to this day, still do windmills. To this day.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba, oh my gosh. I didn't get a chance to dance with Cuba, but I did get a chance to dance with Common. And the beautiful part about that go ahead.
Did you know that Cuba Gooding Jr. used to be in LA Breakers?
I heard.
When he first started, he was a B-boy.
I heard him, JB Smooth, who else, man? Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
And damn, bro, like everybody done this. And it's beautiful when they
even Nas. When Nas was a shorty though, he seen B Street.
Who? Nas is like Nas?
Nas. I think his name was Kid Fresh or something though. He started off as a B-boy first because he seen B Street in Queensbridge.
B Street is what got me. When I had it on VHS, I ran that tape into the ground. One day it snapped to the VCR and I was mad, But brother, not to get long-winded because we're gonna have part 3 and part 4. I just
kind of wanted to basically touch this back to Maka.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that you could think of, or if Maka's the only person? What did you like about Maka the most when she was like in the competition?
The feminine energy.
Yeah.
The power that she possessed. not just by the movement, but just the come on, man, the earrings down to the shoes, down to the hairstyle, down to the
She
stitches.
danced. She danced.
She made it look damn near Mother Earth like. You know, she made it look so like I can't find the words. You were just captivated by the movement. You was knowing she was about to break because of the jam that she was in, but you didn't look at a B-girl. You looked at a performer. You looked at an art show. You looked at something that you was just like, that girl did it. And sadly, I don't know as much as I should know about B-girls. You got I forgot her name is escaping me, man. Where she came out and she was a little girl, B-girl Tara, is it?
Oh, Tara!
You got her and her sister. And then who else is there? They're out there.
Yo, there's another B-girl though. She's actually in my crew. Her name is B-girl Angel. She lives in Paris. Dope power move though. Shouts out to Angel. Look her up though. Her name is B-girl Angel. She was competing a lot. I think she's originally from the UK, but she lives in Paris and she's putting it down, bro. Like she got good power moves.
To all the Soul Sister B-girls out there.
Yeah.
I need to do my knowledge. I need to source you out, and I need to just educate myself so I can tell other sisters and girls that I teach, check these girls out. They just like you, and you can learn these moves because they need that inspiration. They love it.
I think it's very important, you know, and I'm gonna end this video with this being said though. A lot of people don't realize this. When breaking really start coming to the forefront on the East Coast, the first B-girls were called the Zulu Queens with an S.
What?
The Zulu Queens was Bambaata's first front line, like, and these girls would battle. And these were the girls, they wasn't doing footwork, but they would get you on top with the top rocking character.
Oh, man.
Sha Rock from the Funky 4 plus one more.
Sha Rock is the one with the magical touch?
Us girls.
Oh,
get boogie too.
What?
We get dance, we get shaking.
Imagine, that was a B-girl. Oh, what?
Us girls are the best of friends. If one don't got no money, the other one wins. Sha Rock is one of the first black B-girls that she put it out there that she's known. Like, she admits that she was a B-girl first, and then she got into MCing.
Yo, I think this is the year I'm gonna go pillage. I'm gonna backpack and I was gonna find everybody
to the Bronx, bro.
Because again, that movie did not depict that. Imagine if there was more movies.
I know.
And we gotta shout out to people. Cat Williams he started his own place of entertainment in Atlanta. Now imagine somebody got in his ear about hip hop, saying, "Cat, you love hip hop? We know you love hip hop." Mm-hmm. Imagine somebody just pioneer a library of just knowledge like this.
Right.
Come on, we can do it.
And you know what the crazy thing about? All these sisters are still alive, but nobody's reaching out to them because...
I would have loved to hear that story. What was it like to be a black B-girl?
In the 70s.
Oh, what was it like? What was it like? Because y'all knew y'all had to fight. Y'all knew y'all had to learn these moves. And that some of these guys who had power, I would love to hear their stories.
And it was hard, bro. Like, believe me, like, they're not being documented, but from what I was hearing, like, there used to be a girl in Sacramento. Back in the day, her name was Nisi. She was taught by Kareem and Iron Monkey. She could do power, though, bro. Swipes, 1990. She would do swipe, flair, 1990. Nisi was mad dope, but Nisi was so hood that she couldn't like break out of the hood mentality because she was just in Sac, you know, like the rough part of Sacramento. So she, like, the B-girl world wasn't her world.
Listen, we could talk. We're gonna have a part 3, part 4, you guys, I promise. But I left this I asked this question, what happened to the B-girl cruise? You don't see that anymore. Ever since.
Oh, I know.
You used to see a lot of B-girl cruises.
The last ones was the Heartbreakers.
Yep. What happened to that? So, Mikey Ice, we gonna talk all day, every day. But listen, to everybody who watched this, thank you for giving me the opportunity. And trust me, be on the lookout for Breakfit and Jason Sensation. All right?
All right, peace.
Peace out, y'all. Bless.